Hello everyone, it is Gina and I am with Inbox Cherish. Thank you for visiting with me and please subscribe to my channel down below. Today we're going to be talking about some Stampin' Up hacks. I love hacks that make my crafting a little bit easier. And so just want you guys to know that I really appreciate you visiting me. And if you need a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to be that person for you. And so if you need anything for your creative needs and making cards, please visit me at my temporary website, which is here, Inbox Cherish at blogspot.com. Also, if you place an order, we have a couple of days left in April. Please use this host code so that way I can send you some nice, fun, free treats. And so the host code for April is KFXWUDDN. So thank you so much. Once again, you are with Gina at Inbox Cherish. And so some of the Stampin' Up hacks that we're going to talk about tonight, it just occurred to me as I was getting ready to create some cards for a card swap, which is really fun. I realized, wow, I should probably put this on my YouTube channel because it's something that I learned myself as I was joining and starting to do Stampin' Up, especially with the new format of our stamps. And so the stamp set that I'm working off of today is Best Catch, and this is a fabulous stamp set, especially with Father's Day coming up. And so sorry about the sticker, it kind of got stuck on there, but this is the stamp set that I'm going to be doing a card swap with because we're doing anything dealing with dads or graduations. And so this is the one that I chose. And so as I was getting ready for the card swap, I had to mount my stamps. And this particular set is a cling stamp set. And so a cling stamp set is one that ends up looking something like this. And so what we do with these, those of you that are not familiar with Stampin' Up or just getting started, is you place them on a clear acrylic block. And this is my clear acrylic block case. I love this because it keeps all of my acrylic blocks in a secure fashion, and I'm able to quickly and easily see which acrylic block I need for the project that I'm working on. And so it kind of just stores them all nice and tidy right beside my workstation. And so with the acrylic block, I love these because it's no longer like the old wooden blocks that we used to use with Stampin' Up. And the great thing about these is that you simply put your image on the acrylic block and ta-da, it sticks. And so then you're able to really position your images where you want them on your cards. So it's just a really neat way to get exactly the look that you are trying to achieve. And so with this, the very first time that I used a cling stamp set, I had to figure out, okay, what is it that I need to do? Because it comes with the actual stamps. So here are the stamps. And then also it comes with the little stickers here. And so the stickers are the images that you see on the actual stamp, but you have to position them on. And once they're on, you definitely don't want to get them off because it'll mess up that little foam that you see there on the side of the stamp. And so this is something that I actually had to do a little research on to figure out for myself. And so all of my stamps come in this little template pattern, and I actually keep my pattern so that way when I am done, I position it back into my little case, and then I put my stamps back in to the location so that way it helps me keep track if I'm missing a stamp, or if, and you can put them either way, whichever way works for you. I usually put them down with the sticky side down. And it's just a quick way for me to see, okay, yes, I have all my stamps back in the collection. So that way I don't throw any away by accident. And I'm able to just really preserve my investment. So that way it's at a quick glance what I have available, and I'm able to use those again. And so you just peel them right on off the acrylic block, and after you've done your project, completed your project, and you just stick them back in there. And so I saved a couple so I could show you what we do in order to get them ready for stamping. And so here's one here, and it says, "It's your day." On the opposite side is a little sticky sheet, and you just peel that off. So you peel that off, and you can see all my little collection here where I've been working on this stamp set. And then on the sticker sheet, you'll see that it has a little line through it, a little peel line, and you just peel off the paper off of the sticker. And so then you have the image of what the stamp is. And so here's the part that you want to be pretty careful with. You want to make sure that you position your stamp directly on the sticker, and you want to make sure that you're pretty accurate on where you're placing that stamp, because if not, it's not going to come off, or else you're going to damage your stamp. So just press down a little bit, and voila. Then you have the image that you can use as you get ready to stamp. And so it sticks to your acrylic block, and you can simply place that wherever you want it on your project perfectly. So I just love these cling mount stamps. Let's see, and I have this one for you, Dad. I'm going to use that tonight when I work on that. I do have one more piece that I saved to share with you. This one is just a little doodad to make some little embellishing decorations on your card. Of course, we have to have that for our Stampin' Up! Cards. There's never a Stampin' Up! Card that is a plain Jane. We always make it look so beautiful. And so if you notice, what I'm doing right now is I am looking at the stamp, and I am really trying to see, okay, where, and this one is a little bit more difficult because there's no set pattern that's really distinctive. And so I'm really trying to line it up and make sure that the stamp is in position correctly. And so I'm looking at the shape of the stamp, the shape of the sticker, and seeing where it is best positioned. And so for this particular stamp, I see there's 3 dots on the right hand side, and there are 3 dots on the sticker. So that's the position that it's going to go in. I'm going to be pretty accurate when I'm placing this on there, making sure it fits just right. And then there we go. So a nice stamp ready for my acrylic block. And so that was just an easy hack to get your stamps ready to go and be ready to do some crafting fun just really quickly. And I'll put this one that way so you can see, you can store them however you like. But here are your images. If you wanted to turn them around, you can certainly do that. Just depends on how you want to arrange your stamps. And so if you wanted to place them with the sticky cling side up, you could certainly do that as well. Because your cases from Stampin' Up! Come with both sides being plastic, and so you're not going to rip anything. I have seen demonstrators and hobbyists that choose not to use their template, that they just go ahead and toss those out. But like I said, I choose to keep mine so that way at a quick glance I could just easily see that I do indeed have all of my stamps in this collection. And so I am ready to do some crafting tonight. The other thing that I purchased with this particular set, this is a great set if you're looking for a special gift for someone who is working on Father's Day. Cards, which is quickly approaching. Best Catch is great because you can purchase it as a bundle. And what a bundle means is that you can also get the dies and Catch of the Day Thinlits. And so these are just awesome in that you run them through the Big Shot, these dies, and you get these perfect paper cut images. And you can use whatever paper your little heart desires, and it just creates a dimension to your cards that is really beautiful. I love them. And so I will certainly videotape the creation of the Best Catch cards for Father's Day because I'm doing a card swap. But I also wanted to show you a trick that I came up with, because the way that the framelets or the thinlets come is that they are on a basically like a cardstock piece of paper with a sticky tape that holds them in place. And so every time I would replace my thinlits or my framelets, I felt like I was almost bending them, and I didn't like that feeling. So what I did was I went and got some magnetic sheets, and the magnetic sheets replaced the sticky cardstock. And so it just, of course, clings all of my little metal framelets and keeps them in one place. And taking them off is no longer a feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm going to bend it. And I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit, because that's what it feels like. Those of you that have purchased a thinlet or a framelit, you know what I mean. It really feels like you're bending this tiny thin metal. And so what I did, and here's an example. This is one from, this is Stitched Shapes Framelits, which is one of my absolute favorites because it's so versatile. It comes with a lot of little framelits. And so I actually used 2 different magnetic sheets, and I'm going to end up putting them back to back so that way I could store them in the envelope. And so then they just stick together. So it makes it really easy to do. The magnetic sheets were close to nothing in cost, and I will put those at the bottom of the video so that way if you wanted to order them, you can have the link to do that as well. And normally I use all Stampin' Up products, but these little magnetic sheets are not Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up has not come up with something like this yet, but I'm sure it's probably in the works. But until then, I went and just got some off of a different website, so I'll share those with you. The one thing that I did have to do was I did have to cut the magnetic sheets by 2 centimeters. And so what I did for that was, I am a Bible journaler. Those of you that have been following me, you know that. And so I use this particular tool with my Bible journaling to make straight lines. And so all I did was I went 2 centimeters down. I'll show you what I did. So I went 2 centimeters down, and then with the pencil, I made a straight edge. I'm not a picky stamper because I think all cards end up turning out beautiful, but I am a sticky person when it comes to straight lines. I love straight lines. And so 2 centimeters down, I used my regular, just big scissors. Definitely didn't want to use my Stampin' Up scissors because those, I want them to be sharp and wonderful for years to come. And so I just made that little line there and cut off that little bit. I'm going to attach it to the back side of the other one. And for this particular framelits, it comes with a lot in this collection. And so I just simply put it in there in the folder as it came. And now it's nicely stored away in its pouch, and I don't have to worry about the sticky sheet, because this is what happens with the sticky sheet. So this is brand new. I told you guys that I was just getting ready to do the card swap with Best Catch stamp set, which I absolutely love. I'm excited to use this. Probably going to use some watercolor with it. I think that'll be really pretty. And so I do want to use my Thinlits with it, but check this out. So with the Thinlits, there's this tape underneath it. I just hate doing this. Does anyone else hate doing this, pulling these things off? I almost feel like I'm prying it off of the card, and I don't want to bend it. I love all my stuff to look brand new. I got a chip on my windshield on my car this past week. We had gone to Baylor. My daughter's considering going to Baylor for college. And so my car is not brand new, but it looks brand new because I take really good care of it. And so I got a chip on my windshield, which I hated. And that one little mark, I had to go get repaired. It's obvious that it's there. And so it's driving me crazy because I like stuff to look new. I want to take care of it. So that being said, pulling these little things off of this sticky, it kind of drives me nuts because there's such a thin metal. I don't want to bend anything. And don't get me wrong, I've never bent anything, but still. But you see, look at how nice this is. This little magnet sheet just kind of holds it all together and makes it just so organized fun. I am such an organizer. Oh, did you see that? That made me so nervous. It kind of popped off of there. Oh, little thin pieces of metal just making me nervous. Okay. And so like this particular set, all of my little Thinlits, they will actually fit on just one magnetic sheet. So I'm not going to need to get anything extra. Oh, look at this. This is for the fisherman. Look at it's so cute. So here's the little fisherman, and I don't know if this is upside down or not, but here's the fisherman, and here is the die that corresponds with it. I'm so excited about that. This is going to be so cute. And masculine cards are normally, they're kind of difficult to create for some of us because we're not used to it. We're used to falling in love with the flowers and the plants, and we tend to not usually do masculine cards. So it's a little bit different for us, but it's going to be great. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot to trim off my 2 centimeters from the top. So let's go ahead and do that. And just to save a little bit of room, I'm going to move that down. Okay, so 2 centimeters. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a biologist. And so, well, that's what my undergrad was in, and also one of my master's degrees was in biology. And so I always worked with metric system of measuring. And so I love to use centimeters instead of inches. Drives people crazy. Okay, so there's my 2 centimeters. I'm going to take my big honkin' scissors, and I'm just going to do a little trim here. So that way it fits nice back into my envelope. And I'm done. And so I don't have to mess with those sticky sheets anymore, and everything is on here and it doesn't fall off. So I'm just going to stick those back in there. Stick these in the envelope, and voila. perfect little storage. Love that. So those are some hacks for you for tonight. I will be posting more of a video on how I ended up using Best Catch and the framelits for that. It's going to be an awesome card. If you have any suggestions on if I should use watercolor or maybe embossing powder, I'm even thinking about using the watercolor pencils from Stampin' Up. If you've never used those, they are amazing. And so stay tuned. Watch my video that I will upload, if not tonight, tomorrow, on how to do the process of making that card and also what the end product looks like. I would love for you to join me and my team as we do card swaps, as we share ideas, give some hacks, some tutorials. So please join us. You can find out all of the information from me and my business at Inbox Cherish. You can visit me at my website. My official website is getting updated, but I have all of the information for myself and my online store at Inbox Cherish at blogspot.com. If you place an order in April, please use this host code. It's KFXWUDDN. This host code will get you some free treats from me, just as a way of saying thank you for following me on my YouTube channel, my Facebook channel, and just kind of hanging out with me and leaving some feedback and letting me help you in your creativity. Thanks so much for joining. And if you have any questions or if you want some more information regarding being a demonstrator or purchasing some of these unique bundles, please send me a message. Have a great night, everyone. And remember that Mother's Day and Father's Day is quickly approaching. One of the best ways to give a gift is give a gift that continually gives throughout the year. And one of those unique gifts that's able to do that is a Stampin' Up collection set. So please let me know if I can be of service to you. And have a great week. Good night.